Alright, Genesis chapter 12, verse 10, right? And there was a famine in the land, and Abram went down into Egypt to sojourn there, for the famine was grievous in the land. Verse 11. And it came to pass, when he was come near to enter into Egypt, that he said unto Sarah his wife, Behold now, I know that thou art a fair woman to look upon. Verse 12. Therefore it shall come to pass, when the Egyptians shall see thee, that they shall say, This is his wife, and they will kill me, but they will save thee alive. Verse 13. Say, I pray thee, thou art my sister, that it may be well with me for thy sake, and my soul shall live because of thee. Period. Verse 14. And it came to pass that when Abram was come into Egypt, the Egyptians beheld the woman, that she was very fair. Period. Verse 15. The princess also of Pharaoh saw her, and commended her before Pharaoh. And the woman was taken into Pharaoh's house. Verse 16. And he entreated Abram well for her sake. And he had sheep and oxen, and he asses, and men servants, and maid servants, and she asses, and camels. Verse 17. And the Lord plagued Pharaoh and his house with great plague because of Sarah, Abram's wife. Period. Verse 18. And Pharaoh called Abram and said, What is this that thou hast done unto me? Why didst thou not tell me that she was thy wife? Question mark. Verse 19. Why sayest thou, She is my sister, so I might have taken her to me to wife? Now therefore behold thy wife, take her and go thy way. Pharaoh was mad. Verse 20. And Pharaoh commanded his men concerning him, and they sent him away, and his wife, and all that he had. Period. See, when a submissive wife is, I don't even know the right word for it, but that is more than a blessing right there. The Lord plagued the whole place for this man's wife, and make sure he ain't get killed in the process of a wife. This ain't no joke. This. When I keep reading this story, I can visualize it, and I'm like, this is crazy, bro. Because he did pull Sarah to the side. Abram was like, Sarah, you ain't no ugly girl, okay? This you really, you gonna have niggas hard. I don't know, man. We gonna have to be brother and sister. Yeah, cause if I tell you my wife, first thing you gonna see is my head flying somewhere else. Oh, that head, cause they're not about to put their hands on me tomorrow, right? What you gonna know now? Not ever you. Not that serious. But I see it is. Start it. Verse 20. And Pharaoh commanded his men concerning him, and they sent him away, and his wife and all that he had. After Pharaoh was like, why you lie, Abram? Like, you could have just said this is your wife. Nah, the Lord knows what he's doing. He knows what we don't know. So, this story is wild. That's just chapter 12, okay? In the first book of our book, Genesis. like I said, if you're a real Christian, you don't go past Genesis, bro. It's so much in the book of Genesis that you be like, what was it worth being disobedient to God in the first place? Was it really worth it? Was it this man watching it the whole time? Let me read chapter 13. And Abram went up out of each, he and his wife, and all that he had, and Lot with him, into the south. And Abram was very rich in cattle, in silver, and in gold. Okay, verse 3. And he went on his journey from the south even to Bethel, and to the place where his tent had been at the beginning, between Bethel and Hay. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Verse 4. Unto the place of the altar, which he had made there at the first. And there Abram called on the name of the Lord. Period. Verse 5. And Lot also, which went with Abram, had flocks, and herds, and tents. Verse 6. And the land was not able to bear them, that they might dwell together, for their substance was great, so that they could not dwell together. Verse 7. And there was a strife between the herdmen of Abram's cattle and the herdmen of Lot's cattle. And the Canaanite and the Perizzite dwelled then in the land. Verse 8. And Abram said unto Lot, let there be no strife, I pray thee, between me and thee, and between my herdmen and thy herdmen, for we be brethren. Period. Verse 9. Is not the whole land before thee? Separate thyself, I pray thee, from me. If thou wilt take the left hand, then I will go to the right. If thou depart to the right hand, then I will go to the left. Period. Verse 10. And Lot lifted up his eyes, and beheld all the plain of Jordan, that it was well watered everywhere, before the Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, even as the garden of the Lord, like the land of Egypt, as thou comest unto Jordan. Period. Verse 11. Then Lot showed him all the plain of Jordan, and Lot journeyed east, and they separated themselves the one from the other. Verse 12. Abram dwelt in the land of Canaan, and Lot dwelt in the cities of the plain, and pitched his tent towards Sodom. Too close to the one. Verse 13. But the men of Sodom were wicked and sinners before the Lord exceedingly. Verse 14. And the Lord said unto Abram, after that Lot was separated from him, lift up now thine eyes, and look from the place where thou art northward, and southward, and eastward, and westward. Verse 15. For all the land which thou seest, to thee will I give it, and to thy seed forever. Period. Verse 16. And I will make thy seed as the dust of the earth, so that if a man can number the dust of the earth, then shall thy seed also be numbered. Arise. Verse 17. Arise, walk through the land in the length of it, and in the breadth of it, for I will give it unto thee. Verse 18. Then Abram removed his tent, and came and dwelt in the plain of Mamre, which is in Hebron, and built there an altar unto the Lord. Stop right there. God is a good God. Get your reading on. Yeah, open up that closed space you had with love and peace. Love you, children. Y'all be good. Get along. No fighting. Peace. Play together. Pray together. In Jesus Christ's name. Amen.